Greetings, my dear friends, and greetings from the Lyceum Management Consulting. A warm welcome to all of you. As usual, we are going to discuss something. We are going to think about, we are going to introspect something. The important management concepts behind our each and every activity. We do so much of activity in our workplace, in our factory. But do we understand the real meaning behind that? If we do understand the meaning, then we will not be worrying about how to keep it in place, how to sustain that activity, how to sustain that momentum, because that activity itself will take the sustenance momentum. So in this, we are discussing in the last 2 weeks, last 2 episodes, we discussed about the workplace management concept, a visual workplace management concept. And especially we said the visual workplace management, ACA, 5S. That is what we used to call it, 5S. It is very, very easy. The simplest thing to talk about is 5S. But one of the most difficult thing to implement is 5S. Why we are telling this, and again we are telling, because that is what the most important thing, the fundamental things. Please note, gentlemen, please note the USP of Lyceum Management Consulting is, as the master told nearly 2400 years back, we are what we do repeatedly. We are what we do repeatedly, and hence excellence is not an act but a way of life. And you will be wondering, who is that master? It's none other than the Socrates, Aristotle. The what we call it as a Guru Parampara. Socrates, Plato, Aristotle. And Aristotle has said this. Anyhow, it is still valid for even after 2400 years back. And that is why we place the most important thing in all the fundamental things. Because if the fundamentals are strong, then I can build a 2-floor, 10-floor, or 50th floor. If my fundamentals are not strong, I may be interested or I may be flying high, but my foot is not rooted firmly on the ground. That is one of the most important things. And in that series, the most fundamental thing we talk about is the visual workplace management. And very interestingly, some 100 years back, the Indian-born English poet, you know who is it? The one who created the Mowgli. I'm not going to tell his name, you find it out. He said, I am having 6 honest serving servants, and they teach me all I know. Their names are why, where, what, when, who, and how. And this is what we still follow in all our qualities of solving problems. Isn't it? We call this as a 5W1H methodology. And very similarly, a visual workplace management. We call this as a visual workplace. What is a visual workplace? A visual workplace is the one in which anyone will easily find out, or anyone will easily know the who, what, where, when, why, and how of an organization or how of that particular workplace in the shortest possible time. In the shortest possible time. It is not at any given point of time, or one will come to know all about this after 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years. No, not like that. In the shortest possible time. And sometimes people are putting some numbers, 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, like this. I am not going to arrest you, lock you with those numbers. I am simply telling the shortest possible time. Why I am telling the shortest possible time? It is always, people are thinking that 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute. No, that 1, 2, 3 hour is given only to you go to that particular place and come back. It is not for searching. It is for go from here to there and come from there to here. That is most important. So in such a visual management, this visual management consists of some few steps, few methodologies or few phases. Number one, workplace organization. This is what we are usually telling 5S. But this is not stopping there. The second step, the second phase is visual display. Visual display. And the third one, from there we are climbing up from visual display to visual measures. From visual measures, we reach the pinnacle of visual management. And that is what we call it as visual workplace management. Visual management. Okay. So, why it is important? Because it is important. And visual workplace organization or visual workplace is a vital link. Is a vital link in our continuous improvement process. And we call this, sometimes this continuous improvement is also Kaizen. We call this as Kaizen also. Let us call it as Kaizen. And we call Kaizen as the oxygen of an organization. Oxygen of an organization. So this visual management is a vital link. That is why we always insist, you do any new management concepts introduction, you do anything, but if you are not doing this 5S or this 1S, 2S or the visual workplace organization, nothing will sustain, because this is the link. If this is available, then you know what to improve, where to improve, why to improve, all the questions. That is what we said some time back. If you want to do Kaizen, you should have Kaizen I. And we can call this workplace organization as a Kaizen I. If you do not have it, then shall we say visually challenged? Let us see what is this. Okay. And the most important thing in our workplace organization is this first two, 1S and 2S. And that is what, there is no need to tell that in English with the same yes, because sometimes the meaning is getting distorted or the meaning is outdated. So the new meaning or new understanding of this 1S and 2S are organization and orderliness. 1S means not just to sort out organization. Number 2S is orderliness. And in orderliness, that is what the thrust we are going to give now. In orderliness, the most important thing is a place for everything and everything in its place. A place for everything and everything in its place. And this is what the fundamental, the backbone of workplace organization. And again, we said two things. Again, this is divided into two people. One is management, another is the people who are working. You can say the top management and the rest of it. So generally, a place for everything is to be provided by the management, and then everything in its place is to be practiced by the people, all concerned. And the most important thing in this orderliness is a functional storage. We call this as functional storage. This makes all the thing most interesting, most beautiful. And still wondering what is called functional storage? I can give only two solution examples. Number one, go to your kitchen. Go to your kitchen and observe how the kitchen is organized. This is the fantastic example of functional storage. Even now also you are still confused? Come to us. Call Lyceum Management Consulting. We are here to help you. We are here to show you what is called the functional stories, how to do it. So these are all the important things. And the important key point in all these things, important key point in orderliness. That is what I always tell. Orderliness is number one. We need to make everything easy. That's what I always call DME, difficult made easy. It is not a diploma in mechanical engineering. It is difficult made easy. Anyhow, keep this in mind. Number one, the importance or the fundamental goal, aim of orderliness is make everything easy to, number one, find, number two, use, and then comes the most important, the third one, return to its place. That is the key point in it. So with this, we understand the importance given, and life goes on. Life goes on. We are moving into the third phase, the third step, visual display. What is a visual display? What is a visual display? Visual display tells others. Visual display tells others what is important for our organization, what is important for my company. When you visit my company, when you enter into my company, when you enter into my organization, there are visual displays that tell what is important for me, what are all the things I am focusing on, I am putting the importance, right? So that is what the visual display, and they are supposed to be in such a way that the people who are visiting you, coming to your plant, coming to your factory, should understand what are all the things you give importance. Thereby, they understand, they know about the pulse of your organization. The pulse of your organization. That is very important. And this pulse, the understanding should give a positive feedback, a positive vibe in them. So that if they are customer, they are interested in doing business with you. If they are your supplier, they are interested in doing business with you. If you are someone who is coming to your factory looking for a job, they are interested in working for you. And finally, if they are already an employee in your organization, it tells you that they would like to be in your company for many more years to come. So that is what. So this is what the visual. Okay, right. Now we talk about another one important factor. Visual measures, from visual display to visual measure. What is visual measure? Visual measure is simply the action points. It's simply the action points. It's simply the important things that we say. For example, what is my cost of quality? What is my cost of poor quality? What is my changeover time? What is my quality PPM? What are all my suppliers rating? Who are all my suppliers? What is their rating? How do they perform? These are all important for my organization and my employees, their morale, their kaizens. I must tell them very proudly that these are all my employees who are giving continuously, relentlessly do improvements, continuous improvement. Give me kaizens. And the highest number of kaizen, the most important kaizen, the most valid kaizen, the most important change they have done, the improvement they have done, so that the cost saving is done is something like that. These are all the action points. So a visual measures tells the action points. We got it? Fine. Now, having come to this third, from there we are climbing into the last but the most important pinnacle of this visual workplace management. Simply call it as visual management. Visual management is nothing but using the information provided by the visuals. The visuals are providing us some information. Very true. So visual management is using the information provided by the visuals for what? To make informed decisions daily. To make informed decisions daily. When you go to your Gemba, you are supposed to make some decisions. When some of your subordinates are coming and talking to you, looking at your face and asking some doubts or looking for some guideline, you are supposed to take some decisions. And these decisions are not by fluke and crook methods. They are informed decisions. When I say informed decision means that you know well the result of the decisions. And you are responsible for it. You are accountable for it. That is what the meaning behind this. And finally, the life is going on. Life is going on like this. A visual management is using the information provided by the visuals to take informed decisions on a daily basis, on a day in and day out, daily morning, and the life goes on daily. That's all, friends. So, if this is what, do you think this is the easiest thing to do? Do you think this is the simplest thing that we can implement? Very easy to talk, but very difficult to implement. But we are here to help you. We are here to support you. Come, let us work together. Let us jointly make our organization a visual managed organization, a visual workplace management concept. The first and the foremost step for any improvement in our organization. Hope this helps you. See you soon. Until then, bye-bye. Thank you.